February.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
February, March.
Yeah.
You know, because we're open. He's ready. Ready tonight.
Yeah.
As I said, 6 weeks. 6 weeks, fella.
Yeah.
I mean, done.
The fight's done already.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Eddie, the fight's done?
What?
He's saying the fight's done. It's done, huh?
His Excellency wants to make it happen.
Yeah.
We'll deal with some business.
Sure. Here's a rewritten version of your text with a clearer structure, refined language, and a more professional tone while retaining the intense emotion and drama of the original. Conor Benn unleashes fury as rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. Officially confirmed. Conor Benn refused to stay silent after his controversial defeat, erupting with raw emotion as the highly anticipated rematch with Chris
Comes out like that against me, he'll get hit hard, and he won't know what hit. It'll be an explosive, dangerous performance.
Jr. was officially announced. Fueled by fury, Benn tore into Eubank with a chilling warning. This time, he's not coming to compete. He's coming to destroy. Promoter Eddie Hearn confirmed the rematch is signed and sealed, with final approval coming from His Excellency. Now, the stakes have skyrocketed, and tensions between both camps are at an all-time high. Benn, channeling unshakable determination,
He'd be a better fighter. You know, we've got a lot to go back. Well, not a lot to go back, just to be able to take his time.
declared he's entering this rematch like a man possessed, ready to erase all doubt and leave no question about who truly reigns supreme. With venom in his voice, Benn made it brutally clear. If Eubank dares to step back into the ring, he won't walk out the same. Promising an explosive and merciless performance, Benn vowed to dismantle the hype around Eubank and humiliate him in front of the world. For Benn, this is no longer just a fight. It's a mission to break his rival both physically and mentally. Adding fuel to the fire, Nigel Benn, Conor's father in boxing,
Junior is too big a man. These weights that they are flouting they're destroying the
legend, erupted in outrage after witnessing his son's loss. He dismissed the result as a complete farce, branding Eubank Jr. a fluke champion, who only benefited from Conor's off night. Nigel demanded an immediate rematch, confident that a fully focused and fit Conor would obliterate Eubank without hesitation. In a scathing critique, he went as far as to suggest the first bout was a setup, warning that the real war has only just begun. But the controversy doesn't stop there. Chris Eubank Sr. fired back, defending his son with unrelenting conviction. He slammed Conor Benn's weight-cutting tactics as dangerous and irresponsible, accusing Team Benn of playing reckless games that disrespect the sport. Eubank Sr.
We'll decide whether we do the rematch or drop down to natural weight 147 and fight for the world title.
Praised his son's discipline, strength, and flawless preparation, insisting Benn was simply never ready to face a fighter of Chris Jr.'s caliber. In his words, the outcome wasn't a surprise, it was a brutal reality check. Yet, Benn's camp isn't backing down. Tony Sims, Benn's trainer, argues that it was Conor who outworked, outsmarted, and outclassed Eubank through the most critical moments of the fight. He blasted the judges' scorecards as disgraceful, claiming Benn was robbed of a well-earned victory. Sims warned that a sharper, more dangerous Benn will return in the rematch, and this time, he'll leave no room for debate. Now, one question burns hotter.
He would win the fight. I truly believed he would win the fight. And it was close. A lot of people say it was a draw. A lot of people saying it could have gone a point either way. I thought the scorecards was a bit too wide.
Than ever. Will Benn pursue world title glory at 147? Or will he finish what he started and chase down Eubank Jr. with vengeance? Absolutely. Here's a refined and rewritten version of your text that maintains the intensity and emotion of the original, while improving clarity, flow, and tone. Redemption or repeat. The war between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. heats up. One thing is certain. Conor Benn's thirst for redemption is relentless. This isn't just about revenge. It's about rewriting the narrative, and the real war is only just beginning. Trainer Tony Sims continues to back his fighter with unwavering belief, insisting that Benn was the rightful winner of the first clash, despite what the scorecards showed. Sims highlights how razor-close the fight truly was, with many observers calling it a draw, or even edging it in Benn's favor. He argues that the judges' wide margins failed to reflect Benn's grit, skill, and sheer determination in the ring. To Sims, the bout was far from the one-sided affair it appeared on paper, and he's convinced that a rematch will deliver a very different outcome. Sky Sports' Adam Smith didn't hold back in his take either. He praised Chris Eubank Jr. for his incredible resilience and mental toughness.
I think there's a rematch in the contract, so there's no doubt that they'll run that one back and do it all over.
Calling his return to form a testament to his elite status, especially considering the adversity he's faced. But Smith also emphasized that Benn is just as driven, fueled by the fire to prove his loss was a one-off, not a true reflection of his ability. For Smith, this rematch goes beyond boxing. It's personal. Both men are on a collision course, carrying the weight of pride, legacy, and unfinished business. And with the rematch officially set, anticipation will only grow in the coming months. Harlem Eubank didn't mince words either. He blasted Benn for his pre-fight bravado and trash talk, calling the defeat a harsh reality check. According to Harlem, Benn's overconfidence made his loss even more humiliating. He questioned Benn's discipline and preparation.
A really good fight. I think it was a lot closer than what it was. Commend Conor Benn immensely because he put on an amazing performance. Remember, he's a welterweight. Never really boxed at world-class level at 160 or around there. Chris has more experience on the world scene than Conor. Conor did himself proud, I think.
And believes the rematch will only reinforce what he sees as the undeniable truth, that Conor Benn was never truly in his cousin's league. For Harlem, Eubank Jr.'s win wasn't just a victory. It was a statement of dominance. Meanwhile, veteran analyst Johnny Nelson delivered a more balanced take. He acknowledged the fight was much closer than the judges' card suggested and praised Benn for his heart and courage. Jumping up to 160 pounds, well above his natural welterweight class, was no small feat. Nelson believes Benn rose to the occasion impressively, showing flashes of brilliance despite the odds. However, he also pointed to Eubank Jr.'s superior, in experience and composure under pressure as the deciding factors. Benn gave everything he had, but Eubank's mastery at the weight and history in high-level fights ultimately gave him the edge. In Nelson's view, Benn earned respect with his performance, but the win rightfully went to the more seasoned fighter. So now the question looms: will Benn's hunger for redemption